This is ABC 15 Mornings.
Right now at 7 o'clock, the state of education in Arizona as some districts fight over mask mandates in schools. One district says they're getting the most out of virtual learning. It's a story all new for you this morning.
And President Biden addresses Congress and the nation. New information on the state Senate's election audit. And the Phoenix Suns are headed to the playoffs. A full lineup in your 5 things you need to know today.
Plus, a piece of an asteroid that hit Earth a few years ago took quite the journey to get here. The new research in today's Talkers.
And the triple digits are on deck for the weekend. We have some tips for families to stay cool as we prepare for those hot Arizona days. Yes, they are just around the corner. We have to say thank you for joining us for ABC 15 Mornings on CW61 Arizona. Welcome to Thursday. I'm Justin Pizzera.
I'm Allison Rodriguez. Yeah, happy to be with you guys on this Thursday morning. Boy, yesterday afternoon, everything started off calm, Justin. All of a sudden, I look out and this dark cloud is rolling on through. I said, oh, that doesn't look good.
I know. I was actually going to wash my car, and I was like, no, actually.
That's a sure way to bet that it is going to rain.
Call it off. Call off the car wash, yeah. Today, though, you're probably safe to wash the car. Beautiful start to your Thursday morning as we take a look across the valley right now over downtown Phoenix. Gosh, isn't that a nice start to your Thursday? 62 degrees right now. Noon, 85. That's what we're heating up to. So we're going to be warming up pretty quick today, a lot different than yesterday, and then by 4 o'clock we're going to be 93 degrees. So yeah, nice and toasty today. Tomorrow the warm-up continues, a high of 99. So when are we going to be hitting the triple digits? It's going to be brief, but we're going to hit it. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few. Allison.
All right, Justin, thanks. Kicking off your 5 things to know on this Thursday, April 29th, President Joe Biden addressing the nation, laying out his plan for America in his first speech in front of Congress.
100 days ago, America's house was on fire. We had to act. And thanks to the extraordinary leadership of Speaker Pelosi, Majority Leader Schumer, and the overwhelming support of the American people, Democrats, Independents, and Republicans, we did act.
So the president reflected on the success of the vaccination effort, but said there is still more work to be done. He also discussed police reform and infrastructure.
Uncovering exclusive information surrounding the state Senate's election audit. The procedures were kept secret up to this point, but our political insiders, ABC 15 reporter Nicole Valdez and data guru Garrett Archer, confirming the audit firm Cyber Ninjas is basically photographing ballots to collect specific data on them, looking for folds and machine-made marks. Now, it is unclear whether it will lead to uncovering any kind of fraud. Yesterday, a judge ruled Cyber Ninjas can no longer hide its procedures and methods when it comes to recounting your ballots. They have not revealed everything just yet, though. They have until noon today to appeal that decision. Be sure to stay with ABC 15 throughout this entire audit process as we continue to uncover new information. A new migrant shelter is now set up in Tucson. We got our first look inside yesterday. The facility is set up to house up to 200 people. There are areas specifically set up to take care of children, as well as places for families to be housed together. Similar facilities are set up along the border as the nation sees a rise in migrants.
Remaining closed for a second straight season, Big Surf in Tempe is not going to be opening up this summer. COVID restrictions lifted in our state, meaning the water park is technically allowed to reopen, but officials say they were just too concerned about how social distancing guidelines would significantly affect the quality of the Big Surf experience. So they decided to stay closed with plans to reopen for the 2022 season.
In the Valley, the Phoenix Suns are heading to the playoffs. They beat the Los Angeles Clippers 109-101 last night. I have to say, I was at the game last night, Allison. The energy inside the arena.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, my gosh.
Must have been rocking in there.
It was rocking, yes. It has been a decade since the Suns were in this position, but there is still more to come. They have a chance to take over the #1 seed in the West tomorrow night with a win against the Jazz in downtown Phoenix. So stay tuned for that.
Yes, can't wait. Getting hyped for that one, right? Time is now 7:04. Let's get to the state of education and the ongoing mask debate. So school districts coming up with their own guidelines when it comes to masks inside the classroom. While most schools are keeping the mandate, some are making it optional. And last night, the Dysart Unified School District meeting voting to keep the mandate in place until summer break, which is just a few weeks away. And another issue inside of our Arizona schools, the teacher shortage. So the latest numbers from the Arizona School Personnel Administrators Association show that as of December 2020, 27% of teacher vacancies across the state were still not filled. And about 47% of the vacancies right now are filled by teachers who do not meet the state standard certification requirements. The pandemic only making the problem worse. More than 1,300 teachers severed employment during the first half of the year, with more than a third of them citing COVID-19.
The issue is we have no one to replace them with. So if somebody came to me today and says, hey, I'm resigning from my position, we're going to struggle and put maybe multiple Band-Aids to fill that vacancy until we're able to secure a full-time person. And that full-time person may not be a standard certified teacher.
This is why education leaders say building the teacher pipeline needs to be a top priority. Now, I actually spoke to Superintendent of Public Instruction Kathy Hoffman earlier this week, and she told me she believes the low Arizona teacher pay grade is another reason those spots are not getting filled.
While families wanted their students back in the classroom during the pandemic, others are finding online learning is actually working better for them. Our Jamie Moran takes a look at the Kyrene Digital Academy 1 year into its initial launch. It's a story all new for you this morning.
It's field day at Kyrene Digital Academy, and students are dressed up, dancing to music.
I drew like a Cheez-It box. It's kind of backwards.
Oh wow, that's really good.
Sixth grader Will Perez attends the all-online school, which started in the fall. He showed me what art class is like, and even band class, playing through a screen. Back in June, during the height of the pandemic, the Kyrene School District choosing to add a new school to their lineup for families across the state not ready for their kids to return to in-person learning.
My husband and I are both in healthcare, so we were really looking for a safe environment for him to learn in.
Will and his mom Ashley live in Gilbert, but say they were looking for a more immersive online learning model, so they switched to Kyrene Digital in the fall.
One of the things I wanted was a synchronous learning environment where they were all live classes.
It fits certain families' scheduling. Certain parents' jobs are online still.
Allie Arndt teaches first graders online.
How do you keep them focused? Like, what is that like on a typical day?
It's hard. It's hard.
But she says her kids take brain breaks every day and make time for outdoor activities off screen.
To get them out and moving and to replace like recess and things like that.
Still do like your turkey trots and your readathons.
Principal Kyle Ross says 1,200 students are currently enrolled in the Digital Academy, making the school one of the largest in the entire district. He says so far, about 800 are already signed up for next year.
Important for parents to have conversations with their kids to try and figure out what's going to work best for them. And if they feel that our model of live instruction that follows a daily schedule might work better for them than some other options, and we'd love to talk to them about coming on board with us.
Jamie Warren, ABC 15, Arizona.
Well, next on ABC 15 Mornings here on CW61 Arizona, summer temps, they are around the corner. So we're going to help you out with some ideas we found to help beat the heat for you and your family.
And the best way to beat a smoking addiction is to never start. Tonight, a town hall that is aimed at educating the Hispanic community about the dangers of smoking and vaping. I'll break down all of those details coming up.